The morning light filtered gently through the dense forest, illuminating the humble monastery where Buddha rested in quiet meditation. His serene presence radiated peace, drawing disciples who approached with reverence, their steps careful not to disturb his stillness. "Master," said Ananda softly, bowing before him, "we seek wisdom. What lesson shall we learn today from your grace?" Buddha opened his eyes slowly, his gaze calm yet piercing, a reflection of infinite understanding and quiet joy. He rose with deliberate movements, holding a simple earthen bowl in his hands, the surface smooth and unadorned. "This bowl," he began, "is a symbol of detachment, simplicity, and the profound joy that arises from releasing attachment." The disciples leaned forward, captivated by the depth in his voice and the simplicity of the object he carried. Buddha walked towards a nearby clearing, each step purposeful, his robes flowing like gentle waves in the ocean. Life burdens us with desires, possessions, and worries that weigh heavily upon the soul, leaving little room for tranquility, he said, holding the bowl at arm's length. He turned to the group, his expression solemn and deeply compassionate. "This bowl is empty, yet it serves its purpose perfectly. In emptiness lies potential. In detachment lies freedom." A young disciple named Rahul, eager to understand, asked, "Master, how does emptiness bring freedom? Should we not desire to fulfill our lives?" Buddha smiled gently, setting the bowl on the ground, the gesture deliberate and imbued with significance. "Rahul, fulfillment does not arise from accumulation. It blossoms when we let go of excess and embrace the essence of simplicity." He pointed to the bowl. Again, now surrounded by grass and fallen leaves, blending effortlessly with its environment. "This bowl receives only what is offered, holding neither greed nor judgment. Its emptiness allows it to receive freely." The disciples murmured among themselves, some nodding in recognition, others pondering the weight of his words deeply. Buddha knelt beside the bowl, his fingers tracing its surface as though communing with its silent wisdom. "In life, we must learn to empty ourselves of attachments, opening space for peace, understanding, and hidden joy," he continued. He lifted the bowl once more, observing its shadow cast on the earth, soft yet significant in its presence. "Material possessions do not define us. Our liberation lies in shedding the belief that happiness is found in accumulation." Ananda, the closest to Buddha in both devotion and understanding, said, "Master, I now see why you treasure simplicity so deeply." Buddha turned to him, his eyes reflecting warmth and encouragement, their depths radiating wisdom beyond human comprehension. "Ananda, simplicity is sacred because it allows the soul to find hidden joy without the distractions of excess desires." He gestured toward a merchant approaching them, carrying grains of rice in his hands, his expression filled with humility. The merchant bowed low, placing the rice gently into the bowl, his every movement respectful and intentional. "Even this act," Buddha said, receiving the offering, reminds us that giving nourishes the giver and receiver alike. The merchant smiled quietly, his eyes alight with gratitude, and stepped back, humbled by Buddha's serene presence, holding the bowl now filled with rice. Buddha turned to his disciples, his voice filled with compassion and clarity. "This bowl holds what is needed, no more, no less. It carries balance, wisdom, and the essence of sacred simplicity." He distributed the rice among his disciples, each receiving a portion that mirrored the philosophy he sought to instill. "This offering sustains us, not because we hoard it, but because we share it, embracing the interconnectedness of existence." Rahul, now reflecting deeply, said, "Master, I understand that simplicity is the foundation upon which greater wisdom is built." Buddha placed his hand lightly on Rahul's shoulder, his touch a reassurance and silent acknowledgement of the disciples' insight. Simplicity opens the path to contentment and clarity. Hidden joy resides in the unburdened heart and open mind. The clearing fell silent, the gentle rustling of leaves and birdsong enveloping them like a sacred harmony. Buddha sat once more, setting the bowl beside him, its presence symbolic yet profoundly resonant in its simplicity. Each moment holds the potential for awakening, but it requires us to empty ourselves of needless distractions, he said. Ananda bowed deeply, his reverence for Buddha and his teachings flowing through his movements like an unspoken prayer. Master, your words remind us to walk lightly through life, treasuring wisdom, not material possessions, he said. Buddha nodded, his expression steady yet illuminated by the hidden joy of sharing his philosophy with devoted followers. This is the way of the bowl: to hold what is offered, to let go of what is unnecessary, to embrace emptiness. The disciples bowed together, their hearts touched by the profound simplicity of Buddha's presence and his enlightened teachings. As you journey through life, remember that simplicity and detachment unlock the door to joy and peace, Buddha said. The sun shone brightly, casting golden rays that danced across the forest, a quiet celebration of Buddha's sacred wisdom. His disciples sat in quiet reflection, their spirits united by his teachings, their hearts open to hidden joy. The bowl rested by Buddha's side, a silent witness to the unfolding of truth, simplicity, and sacredness in their midst. Each disciple silently vowed to carry these lessons forward, spreading the sacredness of simplicity to all who sought wisdom. Buddha closed his eyes once more, returning to his meditation, his serene presence guiding their thoughts toward deeper understanding. The clearing became a sanctuary of peace, where simplicity reigned and the disciples discovered the hidden joy within themselves. Another day dawned, the sun casting a golden glow over the rolling hills and glimmering streams surrounding the monastery. Buddha, serene as ever, led his disciples to a flowing stream, its waters gently reflecting the vibrant morning sky. He paused by the bank, gesturing towards the bubbling current, his expression calm yet imbued with quiet contemplation. This stream, Buddha began, holds wisdom within its flow, a timeless lesson waiting to be unraveled by attentive minds. The disciples gathered closer, their eyes fixed on the stream, its gentle ripples a mesmerizing dance of impermanence. Buddha bent down, picked up a small, smooth pebble, and held it aloft for all to see. Observe this pebble, he said. It is simple, unassuming, yet it holds profound teachings beneath its humble exterior. He placed the pebble into the stream, watching it sink gracefully into the water and settle at the bottom. Do you see how the pebble neither resists nor fights the flow of water? It surrenders completely, Buddha said. The disciples remained silent, their gaze following the ripples spreading outward from the pebble's descent into the stream. Its beauty arises amidst mud, its purpose fulfilled. Peace is like the lotus. By surrendering, it finds its place without struggle or conflict. He knelt beside the stream, cupping the cool water in his hands, letting it flow freely through his fingers. Life, like this stream, is ever moving, ever changing, he said. Clinging to moments brings suffering, letting go brings peace. The disciples pondered his words, the rhythm of the water mirroring the flow of thoughts within their minds. Buddha reached into the stream, retrieving a handful of pebbles, each unique in shape, color, and texture. Each pebble represents a moment, a memory, a desire, he said. Holding them tightly, we weigh ourselves down unnecessarily. He let the pebbles fall back into the water, their splashes small but significant, creating ripples that spread outward. When we release the weight of attachment, we become light, free, and open to the ever-changing flow of life. Sariputta, wise and reflective, said, "Master, the stream's flow reminds us to embrace impermanence and trust in the universe's rhythm." Buddha smiled gently, his expression radiating quiet joy and satisfaction at his disciples' growing understanding of his teachings. The disciples observed silently, their hearts resonating with the dialogue, wisdom flowing among them like the water nourishing roots. Ahita shared with the assembly, "Peace is not a possession." A heron landed gracefully nearby, its long legs stepping into the water as it searched for sustenance with elegant precision. "See the heron," Buddha said, gesturing toward the bird. "It moves with intention yet disturbs the balance no more than necessary." Rahul watched the heron intently, its movements deliberate and harmonious, as if it were one with the stream itself. "Master," he said, "is the heron an example of how we should live? Seeking nourishment without disturbing the natural order?" Buddha nodded, his expression warm and approving, a testament to the strength of his connection with his disciples. "The heron teaches us balance," he said, "to take only what is needed, to act without harming the delicate flow of life." The disciples watched the heron in silence, its quiet presence a living embodiment of Buddha's profound teachings. Buddha stood, his movements fluid and deliberate, as if carried by the same rhythm he sought to impart. "Life flows effortlessly. Like this stream," he said. "When we let go of fear and desire, we are carried peacefully." Ananda, ever the devoted disciple, said, "Master, your wisdom is like the water, clear, refreshing, and essential for life itself." Buddha smiled softly, his gaze turning once more toward the stream, the sunlight glinting off its shimmering surface. "The stream holds lessons for those who look deeply," he said. As the seasons passed, Kosala thrived under Virupa's reign, its people living harmoniously with the environment and one another. The prince understood deeply that true success is not measured in monuments but in the joy and dignity of his citizens. "Impermanence does not mean loss," he continued. "It means freedom to grow, to adapt, and to find joy in the present." Rahul, inspired, asked, "Master, how can we practice this surrender in our daily lives? How can we flow like the stream?" Buddha turned to him, his eyes kind and filled with an endless reservoir of compassion and understanding. "Practice mindfulness," he said. "Observe each moment without clinging, without judgment, allowing life to unfold as it will." The gentle sound of the water soothed the disciples, its rhythm a constant reminder of the teachings they absorbed. Buddha gestured to the distant horizon, where the stream disappeared into the embrace of the endless landscape. "Like the stream, our journey flows onward," he said. "Each twist and turn offers an opportunity to learn and evolve." The disciples bowed deeply, their respect for Buddha's wisdom evident in their humble and heartfelt gestures. His presence was a light to them, a guiding star illuminating the path of simplicity, surrender, and hidden joy. As the sun climbed higher, the clearing became a sanctuary, the stream a sacred witness to Buddha's timeless teachings. The heron lifted gracefully into the sky, its departure as serene and harmonious as its time by the stream. Buddha, his voice steady and filled with conviction, said, "Let the stream and the heron remind you of life's sacred flow." Mahdi listened, his heart heavy but his mind absorbing the depth of the Buddha's wisdom. Each creation bears the essence of impermanence, reflecting life's transient nature, and thus holds its own beauty. The stream continued its journey, a quiet testament to the lessons it offered, a source of unending inspiration. Buddha turned and began walking back to the monastery, his steps as deliberate and peaceful as the flow of water. The disciples followed, their hearts lighter, their minds clearer, and their spirits awakened to the hidden joy of surrender. Each carried with them the memory of the stream, the heron, and the pebble, symbols of Buddha's infinite wisdom. They vowed to let go of resistance, to embrace impermanence, and to flow gracefully through the ever-changing current of life. Another day unfolded, its gentle breeze carrying the whispers of dawn as Buddha led his disciples toward a lotus pond. This pot carries the mark of your effort and dedication, making it beautiful beyond mere appearance. Embrace the imperfections as echoes of impermanence. For nothing in this world remains perfect or unchanging, the Buddha continued. Behold the lotus, he began, plucking a single flower, its petals pristine despite rising from the mud below. He held the lotus aloft, its elegance captivating the disciples, their gaze fixed on the flower's untouched purity. This lotus, Buddha said, is a symbol of awakening, rising above circumstances yet rooted in the soil of imperfection. Rahula, his son and devoted disciple, asked, Master, how does the lotus remain pure despite its origin in the mud? Buddha smiled gently, his expression imbued with quiet joy and profound wisdom, an invitation to explore deeper truths. The mud nurtures the lotus, he said. Without it, the flower cannot bloom. Yet, the lotus transcends its foundation. He dipped the lotus back into the water, allowing its petals to touch the surface, their beauty unaltered. Our struggles, Buddha continued, are like the mud, necessary for growth, yet they do not define our ultimate essence. Ananda, ever devoted, said, Master, the lotus teaches us that beauty and purity can emerge from even the darkest places. Buddha nodded, placing the lotus gently beside him, its presence symbolic of resilience, transformation, and hidden joy. The mud is not our enemy, Buddha said. It is the foundation from which we rise and reach toward the light. Rahula pondered his words, his heart stirred by the profound simplicity of the teaching yet seeking further understanding. Mahdi nodded, deeply moved by the wisdom imparted to him. Committing himself to further mindfulness, he continued crafting with renewed peace, his workshop becoming a sanctuary of meditation and creativity. He gestured to the pond, where countless lotuses bloomed, each reaching upward, untouched by the mud below. Each lotus rises because it seeks the sun, Buddha said. Its journey is guided by light, its roots anchored deeply. The disciples observed the flowers, their movements slow, deliberate, as though communing with the wisdom of nature itself. The mud holds lessons, Buddha said. It teaches resilience, patience, and the courage to rise despite life's inevitable challenges. Ananda, inspired, said, Master, your words remind us that our struggles are not barriers but stepping stones to awakening. Buddha smiled faintly, his approval subtle yet profound, a reflection of his unyielding faith in his disciples' journey. Our struggles shape us, he said. By embracing them, we discover hidden joy and beauty within our journey of growth. He pointed to a lotus bud still submerged, waiting for its moment to bloom. It's time to rise toward the sun. Even the unopened bud holds potential, Buddha said. Its journey is unique, its time determined by the sacred rhythm of life. The disciples bowed their heads, their hearts open to the wisdom flowing from Buddha's words and presence. Rahula, now contemplative, asked, Master, how can we transform the mud into a foundation that nourishes rather than overwhelms us? Buddha turned to him, his eyes steady, his voice imbued with deep compassion and clarity born of enlightenment. By cultivating awareness, he said, we turn challenges into opportunities, darkness into light, and mud into the fertile ground of growth. Truth does not reside outside but within. It is unveiled in moments of silence when illusions dissolve into clarity. His teachings resonated, like echoes in the cavern of my soul, revealing paths I had never explored. The lotus thrives because it accepts the mud without clinging to it, he said. Acceptance opens the path to transformation. His words carried the power of transformation, their truth reverberating through the chambers of my heart. I closed my eyes, allowing the silence to envelop me, feeling it weave through the labyrinth of my thoughts. The pond reflected his wisdom, the ripples created by the wind carrying his words through the hearts of his disciples. Ananda, filled with gratitude, said, "Master, you teach us not just through your words but through nature's quiet yet profound lessons." I opened my eyes to find him gazing at me, his expression holding a depth that defied comprehension. "Have you found what you were seeking?" he asked, his voice filled with curiosity rather than expectation. When we rise above circumstances, we uncover the hidden joy within us. The disciples sat in quiet reflection, the pond and its flowers serving as a mirror to their evolving understanding. The gentle hum of life around them, the chirping of birds, the rustling of leaves, added to the sanctity of the moment. Each day offers us the chance to rise, to bloom, and to reveal the sacred simplicity of who we are. Buddha said, "The grove will always welcome you, for it is here that silence speaks and truth reveals itself," he said. As he disappeared into the forest, his teachings remained etched into the fabric of my being, guiding me forward. Buddha closed his eyes briefly, his meditation a silent prayer for the awakening and growth of all beings. The pond shimmered quietly, its lotuses a living embodiment of resilience, transformation, and the sacred joy within simplicity. Rahula said softly, "Master, your words inspire us to carry the lessons of the lotus into every corner of our lives." Buddha opened his eyes, his expression serene, his gaze steady yet filled with the warmth of a boundless teacher. "You are your own eternal companion. In every moment, you walk with the essence of your being." Buddha rose, his movements fluid, his connection to the earth a symbol of balance, unity, and eternal peace. "Let the lotus guide you," he said. "Seek the light, embrace the mud, and let your beauty emerge from within." The disciples followed him away from the pond, their hearts lighter, their spirits nurtured by the sacred simplicity of his teachings. The lotus remained by the pond, its petals radiant, its roots anchored in the mud, its existence a reflection of life itself. Each disciple vowed silently to embody the lessons of the lotus, carrying its wisdom into their journey toward enlightenment. Ananda bowed deeply, his voice soft but steady. "Master, your words have illuminated the path ahead. I feel their presence within me now." Buddha smiled, his gaze reflecting infinite compassion. They vowed to rise above the mud, reach toward the light, and bloom with the purity of awakened beings. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.